Conversation dies out. The lights begin switching around the grounds. Hey, isn't the atmosphere being laid down a bit thick here? I thought the Academic's electric lights were all the standard white, but for some reason the lights illuminating the clubhouse at the entrance are different, emitting reddish glow. Well, blood. Sister Basket seems to have been taken in by the creepy atmosphere. She makes no move to talk. I turn my gaze away from the corridor and look towards Sister Basket, who's crouched beside me, and break the silence to ease my nerves. Neither Yashiro Senpai nor the other council members mentioned anything about it being so very bad here, did they? Sister Basket nods in agreement. We've been in about this clubhouse plenty of times, but I never thought it looked this different at night. Everyone's usually back in the dorms after closing hours, but there can't be many people who've been sitting like this. Point to red lights and ask her why they use that kind here. It's not to deter burglars, is it? Being a light-hearted comment, but Sister Basket's overly serious expression has been thinking it might actually been right. She takes me by her hand and says, "These are insect repellents." Huh? That's not a metaphor, right? But actually to ward off insects? Yes. The academy is located in the middle of a forest. If you use white lights, that would attract a lot of insects. I see. That makes sense. Shirahane would probably scream if she heard this conversation. The electric lights are left on all night in various places for security purposes. But at the entrance to the clubhouse, look. She indicates the shutters, which are latticed like an old elevator door. The shutters here are still the old-fashioned kind, so insects can easily get in through the gaps. That's why we use red lights here. Her explanation helps me recall something I read ages ago, and I don't my understanding. Now you mention it, the red and yellow lights are fine for a human eye in terms of brightness. They're hard for insects to see. Also solves the mystery of a phone box monster standing desolately in the middle of a forest field, illuminated by a creepy red glow. However, lights no longer seem so ominous to me. It's all well and good, but I guess this was a case of rumours sparking rumours. It's way past the twilight hour when apparition is supposed to appear. Yashiro Senpai might be partial to pranks, but it's unlikely the entirety of the accounting Nikaido is lying. However, it reminds me of the Epimenides paradox. A cretin says that all cretins are liars. Is it a truth or is it a lie? The answer is there is no answer. As I'm smiling to myself over this most philosophical solution, I see someone. He whispers to me. Without a word, I start moving my wheelchair. The creak of wheels echoes through the dark as a screech of a bat. Sister Basket pushes me into the clubhouse. I don't see anything yet myself, but we follow after a shape Sister Basket had seen. Arrive at the door to the art room. A faint sound is emanating from within. We exchange a look before flinging open the door. Deep in the dimness of a room, there stands an apparition wrapped in a cloak, with dark grey hood at its hand. Everything that it insisted was real, but and believed was possible, is standing right here in front of me. The moment Sister Basket removes her hand from my wheelchair, the figure's cape twists in a swirl of black and green, then Green Hookman is gone. When asked whether I really saw the Hookman, I automatically nod before I can stop myself. My reaction is immediately greeted by a chorus of shrieks. What? What's that? What did it look like? Well, you see. Those two. I guess it was a mistake to tell us Sakas after all. Green Hookman had been at a talk table yesterday lunchtime. My classmates had been so nervous at suggesting it could be some kind of earthly intruder rather than a supernatural entity. His green cloak sometimes looked black and sometimes green. The way they sat telling a tale like we saw it with my own eyes dispels those comfortable notions. It's now taken for granted that we're dealing with something more otherworldly. We never took the ghost to it. Although the legend tells of a green figure, the Hookman we'd seen yesterday, like Saki is saying, appears to be clothed in shades of both black and green. Having seen it in person, I found myself thinking of it more like a ghost or a spirit than an intruder. However, let's begin morning prayers. Jata stops as the basket enters the room, guessing that was sort of topic to discuss in front of a nun. I can hear you from right from the corridor. The warning isn't directed at anyone particular, but as Sasaki's sister shrieked back like the turtles retreating into their shells. You really ought not to be spreading rumours, you understand? She's certainly up to a pious reputation. Even Sasaki is not meekly about putting up any protest. However, during Bible study and while weeding the gardens, but how did I get into a clubhouse? I heard the main entrance was being watched, and since there's no entrances. Even during ballet class, which is particularly intensive, in the lead up to recital. It's definitely a ghost. That's why it appears so suddenly. Concentrate on the lesson. You have a part in the recital too, Ringo-san. I'm merely providing conversation so you don't get bored while you're on the bench, Richan-san. Hookman story is an open topic for discussion, but the whispers aren't dying out. When the after-school ballet practice is over and everyone is heading back to their dorms in small groups, we waited for you. Alright, let's go ghost hunting. I'm catched by the Sasaki twins who haven't stopped gossiping about it all day. Oi. Sister Basket said already warned you about not going out and spreading rumours. We're not spreading any rumours. We're about to embark on a great quest. Aren't you curious about it too, Yaegaki-chan? You're good guys, you two. As someone who's directly encountered with Hookman myself, all I can do is nod. I survey our surroundings. Then head towards the corridor that leads to a clubhouse. I was just there yesterday and it feels like an age ago. What's up? Getting emotional on us? Stop it, sis. There are times as an adult when one doesn't wish to share one's feelings. Don't make it out like I'm getting all melancholic because of the ghosts. I was thinking how it feels like kind of creepy here. Really? Just a corridor where he's using going to club meetings. There's something that only makes sense when a person who's actually had a ghost encounter yesterday. I move my wheelchair forward until I'm under the lights. This is a book and movie. This is a point where we'd find some kind of proof, but... Look around at the entrance, but come up with nothing, well, except for a bunch of moths dive-bombing us. Or at least like the fan Bonosus beetle. You're not an elementary schooler. We're not on student vacation. Yeah, if we're gonna find a beetle, it's gonna be a giant stag beetle. I really wasn't trying to turn it into a competition, but before I can say anything, I see someone else has the same idea as me. Someone addresses me from behind and I turn around to face them. I'm not surprised at all to see her here. Just as I expected, Yaegaki-chan and Sasaki are joining the party. Maybe you have a wrong idea? Oh, about what? We're just here to catch bugs. Shows up a drone beetle she found crawling around the edge of the steps. Yatsuro Senpai smiles widely. You don't need to hide it. You're here to solve a Pokemon mystery, are you, right? She pulls a camera from her bag hanging around her waist and shows it to us. You're smooshing it. Sorry for squeezing you too tightly. Yuri says to gently place her drone beetle down on the lawn. That's what she's worried about now? Are you here for revenge? Yeah. He's scared me twice now. Saying this, she strokes her expensive-looking SLR camera. Now that I think about it, she's the one mentioned photography being a hobby. That's an impressive camera. Looks like something a professional would use. Expensive too, being an SLR, I'm sure. Doesn't everyone just use digital cameras these days? That's an old model, right? This is a single lens reflex camera, but it's digital. Give you your photos as soon as you take them. Wanna see? The Saki immediately crowd around her. Yatsuro Senpai starts showing them photos she's taken as they coo over each one in turn. Well, I suppose things don't get started until night time proper. Peer over at photos on the camera screen too. Got some pictures after I arrived at the academy. Where's some from before I got there? Huh? What was that? What's up? You spot a ghosty or something in one of them? That's not very funny, given where we are right now. The elder Saki sister goes back to a previous image and then back one more. While her sister seems exasperated by the explained behaviour. For some reason, Yatsuro Senpai is grinning. Looks like my photos aren't completely rubbish yet. What do you mean? Yatsuro keeps watching your Sasaki's without answering my sister's question. Involving her two holes, Ichigo speaks hesitantly. This photo. And the one before it. They show a pair of birds and a cat. The last one's a broken egg. I'm wondering, are they telling some kind of story? As soon as she said it, it hits me too. Yeah, you're right. These pictures make it a photo set, don't they? What's that mean? It's when a selection of photos have some kind of narrative composition. When there's a meaning behind them. Broadly speaking, they tell a story. It was subjects of the images of something in common, or we offer a montage that follow a passage of time. One just showed you parts of narrative, parts of chronology. I didn't realise there was such a style of photography. She nods admiringly. I see. Especially if more than two images, right? You get it, Yaegaki-kun? A well-organised four-shot narrative. Or three images forming beginning, middle and end. Very best combos to convey meaning, I think. Although that's just my personal opinion, of course. I thank her and hand the camera back as she cradles it like a baby. Then she lifts it to her eye, takes a shot of a sunset. As the president of the Council of Nikaya, I should probably stop you, but, well, don't stay out too late. I'll pretend I never saw you. He actually throws the camera away and strides off. Looks like they're behind a clubhouse, trying to catch a culprit. My first instinct is to make my way over there myself, but I can't exactly follow in a wheelchair, can I? I gaze at the sun, just about to sink over the horizon, then give my knees a slap and glare across the entrance. At first I think I'm imagining it, but over the woods behind the clubhouse I see a pale light glowing. Ooh, more threats and more worry. And more reasons for me to end my episode to make you watch me next time. Until then, thanks for watching, bye bye.